All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. We're here at the Sewer Lake. We're gonna try to do one last test on this 1414 propeller. And I got the GPS to work again, but it's not catching satellites just yet. It usually takes a little while over here. We're right by the airport at this lake. So in the meantime, I'm gonna taper up and we'll take it from there. So stick around, guys. Still no satellites. All right, guys, it still won't catch any satellites. I have the worst luck with these GPSs. Yeah, well, we're all taped up, we're ready to go. I'm just sitting around here waiting for this GPS. Well, that is what it is, guys. It's been about 10 minutes, not catching a thing. Yeah, nothing. All right, well, that is what it is. I don't have the most time today, so. Running the 1414 ABC prop, the 1560. Let's see how she works. Damn, there's like a bunch of floating shit in the water. I'm like hearing myself click, click, click. She's moving, guys. Sorry, guys, there's so much crap in this water. Wow. Running nice. Let's see if we caught any satellites. Come on, guys. Nope. Nothing still. Nothing. Damn, that sucks. Damn, that sucks. All right, well, we'll keep running this pack. She's moving about 50 right now. About 3/4 of a throttle. More than that, she gets a little too violent, but she's tracking pretty straight. Still no satellites. Come on, man. Anyways, it's frustrating, but we'll keep running her. She loves this 1414 prop, though, I'll tell you that. Hit something, damn. What am I hitting? Nothing. Probably a bunch of bottles that are in this water. Water bottles in the water. There's a dead fish floating right over there. Wow, there's a bunch of dead fish floating in the water today. Sewer Lake. And I gotta turn this low voltage off on this thing. Kills the battery super quick. It's not like this isn't this is a small prop. I mean, theoretically you shouldn't have much runtime with this 1414 on this 1800 pack, but yeah, that's dead. That battery's on low voltage. Protection. 2 big ass laps and we're done. But we're able to get about 3/4 throttle, and she's moving about 50 miles an hour. Definitely happy with that, guys. Definitely. Took me a minute to tune this one in. I haven't used this motor before. I haven't used this ESC before, so it took a minute. It took a minute. Now the ESC's timing is at 7.5. It comes. This comes at 14.5 stock. This HOBBYWING 70 amp ESC. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, come on. I'm all over the place today, guys.
I didn't give away the bagels. We had way too many bagels, so I sliced Mars and I sliced them. Put not wax paper, because I don't use parchment paper around them. So
Let's check this battery voltage. Yeah, it did 3.78. All right. I do have another pack. Let's see though. If we caught GPS, I'll throw in another pack. If not, I gotta take this girl home and we gotta put the new livery on and we gotta button her up and get her over to the customer. Look at that, it's not even responding at all anymore. There we go. Still 0 satellites. Damn these GPSs. Alright guys, well I am not gonna throw in another pack in her, but I'll tell you what. HOBBYWING G70 version 2 ESC working very well, very punchy. 2850 XT motor, 3500 kV. Wow, we're pretty cold, so yeah, maybe that battery wasn't fully charged. I thought I had charged it, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But yeah, this 1414 prop, man, it's probably my favorite prop for the H17. We built and rigged this one up specifically for a customer. He requested a red boat and requested it to be tested. So that's what we did. We got it up to speed. We prepped up a 1414 prop. We're gonna prep up a 1735 Octura prop, and we're gonna prep up a 1214 ABC prop and send it over to the customer. Right now, what we're gonna do is I don't know if you guys can see it, but here is the livery for this boat. We're gonna make this boat a miniature Miss Budweiser. And we got a couple options. We have the cursive and we have the original Budweiser logo. And we're gonna put the customer's name right up here on the hatch. So hopefully it'll be cool. It seems like it will. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. But before we do that, we gotta undo the ESC because we got some heat shrink that we're gonna heat shrink over this cooling plate. Because remember what we did, this is a G70 ESC that comes with a heat sink and one cooling line that goes through the top of the heat sink, and essentially it should cool the bottom of the heat sink. It doesn't look very sufficient, and honestly, I think what we did here works a lot better. So what we'll do is we'll simply just, I don't even need to unrig it or anything. I'm just gonna pull out the ESC and we're gonna undo this electrical tape and simply put some heat shrink on it, throw on the we're gonna throw on the HOBBYWING stickers. So we'll just undo this real quick. Bear with me here, guys. There's that. See you later. All right, guys, so right here goes a nipple. Right here goes a nipple, and your cooling line goes right through, and it cools this heat sink right here. I actually think that this worked a lot better because we're able to actually put the cooling block a little bit on the capacitors. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do right now, very, very simply, is I'm just gonna undo the ESC. We don't need to do too much more than that. Now, where's my heat sink? I mean, my heat sink. Where's my shrink wrap? And here it is. All right, so I got 1.5" black shrink wrap, and it reduces 3:1. So theoretically, it should close up on it pretty well. And here it is right over here. This is the stuff. I'm gonna cut a piece out of it. Long enough. Super small piece we need. All right, guys, so this is going to be simple work. Just going to take this heat shrink, feed these cables through, bring it in, make sure that we seat it a little nicely on there, and you don't want to heat everything up all at once or else it'll warp, and then you could also chance desoldering parts of your ESC because this is some thick heat shrink, and when it finishes melting, when it finishes reducing, there is like a thin layer of like silicone that slips right out of the edge to seal it. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Just a tiny bit more. And we're done. It's that simple. That's simple. All right, so we'll let that cool for a second. We're waiting on some prop boxes that the customer ordered from Rob Warden, and Rob is sending them directly to us. We're gonna put the props that we prepared in that we're preparing in the prop boxes, and we'll send it over to the customer. In the meantime, this is what we got. So we're gonna clean this boat up with some alcohol, and wow, I'm actually pretty happy with that. That looks pretty cool. Let's hope I didn't melt anything because it's still pretty hot in here. We'll double check that tomorrow. We'll do one final test on it with the livery and the ESC that we have the heat shrink on. So let's find some HOBBYWING stickers, because HOBBYWING likes to send stickers, which I love. I think that's amazing. They didn't send us any red stickers or any yellow stickers, but we're gonna throw on this pink HOBBYWING sticker right over here, and it should be pretty cool. So bear with me, guys. I'll find the scissors that I just put away, that I just moved in this big mess. Boom. HOBBYWING G70 version 2. This is my new favorite ESC for these small boats. I've been having trouble finding an ESC that's comparable to the Castle Sidewinder in these boats, because what we've been doing is Ironclad started modifying his Castle Sidewinder and threw it in his H17, and I've been doing the same. Unfortunately, 2 of mine sunk out of my H17, so I don't have any more Castle Sidewinders. Do I? No, I have them in the cars now, so I don't have any more modified, marine modified Castle Sidewinders. So I've been looking for something. And the Castle Sidewinder, it's hard to find the amount of amps that it actually is rated for, but it's between 70 to 90 amps. And it's an amazing ESC. Nothing honestly compares to it, especially when you put a cooling plate on it and you take out the heat sinks off of it. It becomes super compact and amazing. But this G70 has actually been working very, very, very well for me. very well for me. So we're gonna keep using these. I have this in, I have it in the yellow H17 and I have it in this H17. And honestly, I think it's great. I think it's great. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna run a hose through this and just kind of cool it down a little bit. So I'll be right back, and then we'll throw it in the boat. We'll clean up the boat and put the livery on. All right, guys. So I was just informed that a fire hydrant broke on the corner, and unfortunately, we don't have water. So I threw the ESC in the fridge, give it a quick cool down from the heat we just put into it. And then what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take some alcohol, I'm gonna wipe the top of this boat down, give it a little clean, because we're gonna throw this livery on, and hopefully it'll come out as cool as I want it to, as cool as I'm expecting it to be honest. And I've been having a really good time testing out this boat. I've been having a great time testing out this boat. It's been very fun. It did do a submarine one time, and we were in some shallow water, so we got a couple scuffs up on the sponsons. But other than that, we're pretty good here. All right, so I think that's good enough, and let's start working on this livery. Want to get all the residue from the tape off of it, all the fingerprints. And then we'll start working this. So, like I said, we have a couple options on how we want to do it. We have the original Budweiser logo font, and then we have the Budweiser cursive font. And then if you can see here, we have the H17. So we're going to put the H17 up in here, and we're going to put the Budweiser up on the sponsons. So let's give that a shot real quick. I'm going to cut this out. Bear with me, guys. We'll do Alright, well, that's not working to our advantage. Let's try that again. Yeah, we're not going with the cursive, guys. That's going to be a little too hard to deal with. Let's try the regular Budweiser. Yeah, that pops. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Now let's do this other side. All right, we got this side in here now. And this is going to be a little tricky. We're going to have to cut around this. Wow, that looks cool. That looks super cool, guys. All right, we're almost done. We got another one over here. All right, guys, here she is. Here she is. I've been having some trouble getting the customer's name onto the hatch because it's just super thin. See that? It's really hard to see. This is transfer paper on here. I have two different kinds. I have a bit block lettering right over here, and then I have the cursive, and I really want to get the cursive right over here on each side, but it's not really working for me right now. Well, anyways, I need to prep this boat up for one more test tomorrow. I'm gonna throw the ESC back in here and we'll call it. This is pretty much it. All right, guys, so that's it. It's getting late. It's probably 1 a.m. right now, and I just finished up the livery on this boat right over here. We got a couple more stickers to put on. We have the name, the customer's name to put on here. It's a very thin, small sticker, and it's in cursive, so it wasn't very easy for me to put on tonight. But here we go. This is what it came out to, and I think this looks pretty badass, guys. I think this looks pretty badass. Rob Morden, you did an awesome job on this livery, dude. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Well, with that said, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are interested in an H17 like this one, custom made, we can quote you on that. If you're interested in a stock H17, we can set you up with one of those. Those are $450 shipped anywhere in the USA. Add $100 to ship it anywhere in the world. If you are interested in an H15, we have those too. And these are all come almost ready to run. You'll basically get your motor, your ESC, all your running hardware installed, and all you need to do is just add your battery and your receiver. So that's it, guys. That's it. H26s, I'm taking pre-orders right now. All of these are actually spoken for. Those two green ones, this red one, that's the plug. That one's spoken for, and this one right over here, we're gonna be doing a custom paint job on it. So I'm thinking of doing a flame job off the sponsons. We'll see how it works out. I'm not the best in flames, but I can do them. So I'm gonna try to airbrush them in, and we'll take it from there. So I won't take up too much of your time tonight, guys. It's already late, and I just wanted to say thank you for all the support to everybody. I really appreciate the constant, the constant great feedback that I've been getting from everyone. And we got some new projects other than this H26. I got a new project brewing right now. So if you guys are liking what I'm showing, stick around. You're really gonna like what's coming up next. All right, guys, see you later.